Hello everyone, my name is Edward, and today I will be commentating the third round of the Anti-Stall Racing Formula 1 Season 3 here at Silverstone. Alongside me, as always, is the champion from Season 1, Alex Eguia, and behind the buttons, doing an absolutely amazing job, is Beagles. Hello guys, how are you?
Hey Edward, how you doing? Hello everyone. Yeah, once again at Silverstone, one of the funnest circuit to drive around, I think. And yeah, it's going to be fast. It's going to be critical for the tires. I think it's the most annoying thing in this circuit. So yeah, I think we have a great race ahead.
Yeah, it's a pretty nostalgic race for me because this is the first track that we raced on with this series with Formula 1 back in season 1. The season opener was in Silverstone, and I still remember that race because it was a hectic one. Cars were going out of the race, crashing left, right, and center in every corner because obviously there was the new mod. Alex, I think you can talk us through that race the best because if I remember correctly, you finished in second place in that one.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was crazy with the automatic safety car because it was too slow for us for this kind of tires, and yeah, we couldn't get them on temperature. I was checking it on my virtual steering wheel, and yeah, the tires were dead. There was no grip. I think P1, who was Luca, I think he spun in the last corner, even before the green flag. So yeah, that was the pretty big issue that we solved with the manual safety car. And yeah, it was fun. I had to overtake a lot of cars and avoid a lot of incidents because yeah, everyone was new to this car back in the days. But yeah, I finished P2 with the alternative strategy, which was qualifying with the medium tires, the yellow ones, and finish on the soft tire, being super fast at the end. But yeah, I was like 10, 15 seconds away from Luke, and I couldn't do anything during those last laps.
Yep, in season 1, the podium has been Luca Wunsch, Alex Iguya, and Elias Zawar. I still remember Luca Wunsch, he was a super fast driver. He raced, I think, the first 3 races in the season, and then he decided to leave the league. But anyways, he was a super fast driver, and he won the opener race. Anyways, we have started the stream straight to qualifying. We can see already about 3 minutes have passed from this qualifying, and we don't have any fast laps yet. No one has set a time, but the benchmark for this track is 124.640. This is the pole position from John Peterlunde in season 2. And the first time is 126.32 seconds from that pole in season 2. But anyways, as we talked in the races before, Alex, these qualifying sessions vary from season to season because the temperatures are different, the tires are different, the pressure, the setups, everything's different. So is it really a fair comparison between these two?
Yeah, I had written down that qualifying should be 120, low 126. So yeah, I think that's more real than 124 because I think back in the days we did it on super cold temperatures, and I don't know how is the track right now, but yeah, for sure it's the summer season on iRacing, so yeah, it's going to be hotter than when we said the 125 and 124.
Yeah,
I guess yeah, maybe a high 125 is going to be the benchmark. The pole.
yeah. G'day out there, everybody. I'll be your producer, so I'll be giving you information and let us know the audio levels and all that sort of jazz are all good out there, guys. Hopefully they should be. If they're not, I'll correct them. There's the weather forecast for you right there, Alex. I don't know if you can actually see the stream. I know you're broadcasting from, I know, like some pictures, but at the moment, it looks like it's, what is it? Ooh, 20 degrees Celsius. Track temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. There you go. So I don't know.
It's not that much. So yeah, maybe we can see a couple of 25s. Maybe from Liam, Benjamin, also Juancho. I guess yeah, we can go down to the 25s, and it's going to be a super great run for them.
As we are now watching, the guy that you were talking before, Benjamin Zies, the champion from season 2, the driver that has won last week, and also the driver that is leading the standings, even though he has done a lot of mistakes since the start of this season, much more than he did last season, he is still absolutely dominating the competition. He won the second race in Fuji in a pretty interesting manner. He's had a battle at the start of the race, and then at the start of the race he battled with Liam Kerr, if I'm not wrong, and then he has gone on to win the race very comfortable. And now obviously he's looking to the second pole position of the season. Let's see where Benjamin Zies will end his lap. He's on the decent one. Now crosses the line. Benjamin Zies is in first place, 125.75. This is a 6/10 advantage over Paulo Lopez. This is huge for the German driver and also for the competition. We also have some new names, Alex, in this league. We have Dan Mihalake, who is from Europe, but looking at his name, he seems pretty Romanian from my point of view.
Yeah, also I think Aiden Young. I think we saw him last week at Fuji, I think. But yeah, I can't remember seeing him on stream that much. So yeah, new faces are always welcome on Formula One and anti-stall racing. So yeah, I think the more drivers they are on the track, the better for us, because it's a super easy track to overtake, because you have the DRS and it's super fast. You can prepare the overtake from like 2 corners or 2 laps before. So yeah, it's a fun track. No new track as last week. I think maybe that's why Benjamin had a couple of mistakes. Also, we saw Liam having trouble with the high curves. So yeah, I think this one everyone should know by heart, this circuit. And yeah, I think we're going to see not less incidents, but less mistakes. And yeah, I think it's going to be proper racing up until the end.
We've had 2 different winners in the first 2 races. In Montreal, Victor Bolea has won after the battle with Benjamin Zies. They crashed in the last lap, in the last corner. If you haven't seen the race, guys, I strongly want you to go and watch that one, because it was an absolutely amazing and hectic one. In Fuji, there was a pretty calm race after that battle between Liam Kerr and Benjamin Zies, and obviously the German driver and the champion from season 2 has won that one.
Oh, big crash there from Liam.
Yep.
Just caught the end of that one.
Ooh.
And we'll go back to Jonko. Sorry, yeah, I'll have a look at Liam here. He went off track. Let's have a look. Check out the live replay from Anti-Stall Racing. Where's he lost it here, guys? Oh.
Also, he just
spinned it completely. I think that's just an early retirement from pit lane.
Yeah, I think maybe he did the off track and wanted to stop the car as early as possible. And yeah, one way to bring it down to 0 kph is just smashing the car into the barrier. So yeah, that's one way to do it. Maybe if you did an off track, you can reset your lap, and yeah, that's one way of doing it.
You can get very angry very easily, especially on a track like this, because it's a very long track, 5.9 kilometers here at Silverstone, and you have so many corners where you can't get that off track. You can get it after turn 2, you can get in Cops, Maggots, Baggets, Chapel, Stowe, Vale. There are so many corners where you can't get it wrong and do a mistake, as we're seeing now. A mistake, I think this is from Troy Banks, or that's not really a mistake, he's going straight to the pit lane. But anyways, you can get very angry on this track, because it's not that easy to get a perfect lap, is it?
Yeah, the most difficult corners to avoid an off track is going to be for sure Cops. I think it's the hardest one, because yeah, you want to turn maybe flat out. You have to lift a little bit, but yeah, if you don't hit the apex, yeah, you're going to have an off track for sure. So you have to be perfect around that corner. Then it's going to be the exit of Maggots and Beckett's, the last double chicane. That maybe, yeah, the off track on the left hand side, it's pretty easy to hit as well. And also the next corner after the hanger straight, the fast right hander. it's also pretty easy to hit the off track. So yeah, when the off track is maybe the first or second corner, maybe you can go for it. You can risk it and then start the lap again. But yeah, these three spots are like that. Maybe in the end of the lap. So yeah, you can get more upset if you do it on the end of the lap and not at the beginning, because yeah, you have to do the whole lap again, and then maybe if you were up or down on your delta, yeah, you can get angry to yourself, and it's not a great position to be in.
Yep, as we're seeing now, Hannes Local going in 4th place. And Dani Halake, the driver that I was talking before, he was super fast in the practice and now he's only down in 11th place. I'm wondering what's happening to him. We're now watching him finishing the lap. Let's see where will the probably Romanian driver finish the lap. He's racing with Lewis, his number 44. He's now crossing the line and he stays 11th. He stays 11th, so he was up there with the competition. He was in top 3 after practice and now just can't seem to get that perfect lap to put him at the top of the standings. Now Liam Kerr, let's see, will he improve?
Yeah,
He does, he got second.
yeah, 1/10 away. So yeah, 1/10 away from Benjamin. That's a great time by Liam. I think everyone that goes, whoa, and 1:25.2 straight from Benjamin. That's a bold lap.
Super fast as always. We're now watching Transovale. Anyways, Benjamin Ziz, we talked with him after the last race and he said, okay, I done some mistakes in Montreal because that was a hard track. I done some mistakes in Fuji because that was a new track. Well, in Montreal he didn't say it was a hard track. He said he didn't have the right setup, and he said that he will not do any more mistakes, and he does what he just said. Perfect lap after perfect lap, and he's improving. The gap between him and Liam is now 6/10. Let's see Joan Sonvale, where does he go? He stays 9th. He doesn't improve at all. 1:30.0 for him.
Yeah, I'm seeing him with hard tires. I don't know, maybe if that's a glitch from the simulator. That yeah, I think they still haven't corrected that. But yeah, maybe he's trying something with to do an alternative strategy. But yeah, Benjamin, remember that the points are given on Sundays, which is the race right now, not the actual Sunday. But yeah, you can do. It doesn't matter if you get 1 second or 1/10 difference from P1 to P2, because he's going to be right behind you on the finish straight. So yeah, that you have to carry that speed through the race. I'm sure that we all know that Benjamin is capable of doing that. But yeah, he has to keep the head down, forget all the mistakes that he did, and just disappear in the distance on the race and finish P1 if everyone else lets you do that.
Yep. I completely agree. As we're now watching Alaric van den Bos going around his lap, we're now through Beget, and Chapel. We're now going to Chapel, a little bit through there, and he just goes off track. This is his lap over. I'm sure he will go straight into the pit lane in order to try a new lap, but there's not a lot of time. 7 minutes left. Paulo Lopez now going through the last couple of corners. Another mistake. There's a half spin from him. So we can see how hard these guys are pushing in order to get a perfect lap. Hannes Logan now. Let's see, he's in 5th place. Green sector 2. Lamker is also fast of green 4th sector, but I think he's just a little bit off the pace. I'm really curious where will Lamker go with his time. Let's see.
Yeah, also the more time you spend on qualifying, the harder the track will be. So it's going to be not as easy to make a fast lap as the first at the first minute of the qualifying. So yeah, it's pretty annoying to botch a lap and then you cannot do that again because the track is getting hotter and the grip levels are getting lower.
Yeah. The Aussie though wants to prove you wrong because he has improved. Lime curve 125.7. He goes just 4 tenths away from Benjamin Ziz. Well, I'm saying just, but the gap is pretty big for a race in Silverstone. Let's see now where Hans Schloger ends. He will end his lap. He crosses now the line. He goes in 4th place, 126.1 for Hans. It's a good time now. Stefan Hoffman, he has gone green in the first sector, 2 yellow ones then. It's not the perfect lap for him, but he might improve. As we're now going to hanger straight, flat out through here, and this is such a satisfying corner if you get it perfectly. Stowe, he goes around the curb, not as aggressively as his opponent, but still he's in a good lap. Let's see Stefan Hoffmann. Now, through club, rounding up the lap. The German driver goes in. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, maybe.
Dan Michalake, he is not on a great lap, 131.0. Oh, that's a very bad lap for him.
Yeah,
5 seconds away. Sorry.
last minute of qualifying, you can maybe check another setup if that helps with the higher temperatures, or yeah, maybe if you can find anything else with another approach with the setup of the car. So yeah, it's maybe considering people are considering that that decision with like 3 minutes ago. So it's Paulo Lopez, last sector. Benjamin was moving away. On the hanger straight, DRS open. So now it's just a little touch on the brakes for the Stowe corner. Avoid the off track on the left hand side. Yeah, he didn't hit the apex there. So maybe he can consider doing another lap after this one. And very chicane, left, right. Avoid the oversteer here because you have very low grip. And at the end of the lap, going to be P7 still for him. Now Enzo Gilardini, who is P3, he's going slow through Maggots and Beckett's. He's preparing for the half lap and doing a quick lap after this one. Yeah, no DRS open, for sure he's just warming the tire. Yeah, Juancho was going quicker, but yeah, he had an off track. Liam right now through Maggots and Beckett's again. We'll open DRS right now.
Yeah, Lamker is on a good lap, but only one green sector. He's not even getting close to what Benjamin Ziz is doing. 2 green sectors now, let's see, but no purple. We're still not seeing that beautiful purple color on the screen. Yeah, he's going straight into the lane. So,
yeah, Liam also, maybe he wants to break well for the pit straight on this occasion, because last week he had a trouble with the speed limit on pit. So yeah, it's something that you have to train during qualifying even or during practice.
The speed dangerous from Troy Banks. He just break there on the straight line, impeding Paulo Lopez. I'm sure that is one for the stewards to investigate, as we're now going to Enzo Gilardini. I hope I pronounced his name well because he's a French driver. He is the newcomer here. I don't think he has ever raced in our series before. But anyways, he is now going through the Wellington straight, flat out through here. As I said, this is such a beautiful zone, but this entire track is super beautiful, a little bit wide there, and he just gets the off track. I think this is his lap getting ruined.
Yeah, too wide and then the off track again.
Dan Michalaki now. We are going with him. Car number 44, the number we know from Lewis Hamilton. It is blessed for him. Maybe it's going to be blessed for Dan Michalaki as well. Let's see now. Through Chapel, DRS, flat out through here. 2 green sectors, 1 yellow one. Let's see what his 4th sector going to be, another yellow one. But he's 2.3 seconds away from his from Benjamin Ziz. This is a pretty big gap for race here at Silverstone. But let's see, how will he round up his lap? Maybe he's going to be an improvement. Through club now and crossing the line. Dan Michalaki improves but stays in 12th place.
Yeah, he has to pick up some experience. Rome was not built in one day. I don't know if that saying makes sense in English, because in Spanish it does. But yeah, for sure, Benjamin and Liam and Juancho, they are the most experienced driver here on anti-stall. But yeah, people like Aiden and Dan, they need to pick up with the pace, with have a little experience, and yeah, build up from that on qualifying and on race.
Yeah, this is qualifying done. We can see the checker flag being waved there in front of the drivers, and we only have two other drivers out on track. This is Joan Sovale still trying that strategy with the hard compound tires. I'm really wondering what is his strategy going to be in race, because he's still keeping up with those hards. He finishes the lap. It's a 127.7. This is not enough for him to improve. Oh no, it's a 126.6. That was my bad. He goes in 8th place. This is a good lap for the Colombian.
Yeah, so it's interesting because you want to do it the other way around, because it's more common for the safety car to come up on lap one, and then you can use that maybe soft tire at the start and then put the hard tire. But yeah, let's see. Because if he has done that, he has experience. Yeah, maybe he knows something.
Yep. So this has been for the qualifying here at Silverstone. After 20 minutes, we can see that the champion from Season 2, Benjamin Zies, is in pole position. He wants to retain that title, and how can he do it better other than obviously finishing on pole position and winning in Fuji, as he has done in the last race. As for now, waiting for the grid to come up on the track. Alex, my question for you is, as always, if you would have to make a bet now, who would you put your money on for this win? Is it Benjamin Zies again?
Yeah, for me, for sure, it's going to be Benjamin. But yeah, don't count of Liam, because yeah, he's super fast. He has a lot of pace. He can get in front on the start of the race, and then be a headache for Benjamin. So yeah, I think it's going to be a two-way battle. Sorry.
Yep. As we're now seeing the grid in front of our eyes for the third race of the season, Benjamin Zies will start from pole position. Alongside him in row 1 is going to be the Aussie, probably bigger favorite, Liam Kerr. In third place is going to be Enzo Gilardini, and in fourth place, the driver from Austria, Hannes Schlogel. Row 3 is composed by Alaric van den Bos and Troy Banks. Paulo Lopez will start in 7th place. And Joan Sovale, with that strategy, keep an eye on him because he's starting on hard tires. He's going to be 8th. Benny Fij is going to start in the 9th place. And rounding up the top 10 is going to be Aiden Young from the United States of America. In P11 is going to be Stefan Hochmann, and rounding up the grid in last place is Dan Mihalakia with the car number 44. Yeah, Alex, I asked you about your bet. Now, I have to say that if it would be me, I would put the money, and just to make this race interesting, I would put my money on Enzo Gilardini. He's the newcomer. We don't know much about him, but we know that in practice he was very, very quick. So who knows? Maybe he's going to put on the surprise, as we were watching the pole man Benjamin Zies from a closer perspective.
Yeah, Enzo can pick up a victory like Max Verstappen did when in Barcelona when Hamilton and Rosberg collided. If we can call Benjamin and Liam that classic duo. But yeah, also we have to keep an eye, as you said, on Juan Chavale with the alternative strategy. So yeah, let's see how the race goes.
Takes 2 seconds, still the lights will come out as we're getting prepared for the start. We have the lights in front of our eyes, so we have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights ahead of the drivers, and away we go here at Silverstone. It's a very good start from the champion Benjamin Zies. Liam Kerr, we know that he is a fan of the dive bombs, but he doesn't try anything in turn 1. Benjamin Zies keeps that first place. There's a spin. Oh, there's a huge crash. There's a very big crash. I think that was Paulo Lopez involved in the crash with Enzo Gilardini, who I was just talking about. But the car that is up way down, it was Enzo Gilardini, just the driver that I was talking about. Oh, and my bet is ruined just after one corner.
Yeah, again, the course of the commentator. Yeah, I think there were plenty of cars, so maybe that was a safety car on track.
Yep, safety car, Alex. We
Yeah,
have the
safety
safety
car
car
is
out
on
on
track.
track as we're waiting now for the replay in order to see there what happened. We can still watch Enzo Gilardini. We can see Alex how big is the damage.
Yep. Yeah, Benjamin and Liam got well. It's crazy to do something up until P1.
Yeah, that was such a bad start from Enzo Gilardini. He was just going backwards and that was just unfortunate.
Yeah,
I don't think it's Paulo's fault because Enzo Gilardini was going already sideways and Paulo Lopez just hit him. Let's see. This is another perspective.
yeah, he lost it on the entry. It was it was weird because the first corner is flat out, and even with the low acceleration that you have while being stopped on the grid, yeah, it's even easier to be flat out. Maybe there was a contact on that goal. No, it doesn't seem like that. No, he lost the rear.
No, yeah.
He even lost the rear as well by himself.
Oh, and that was a crash between Hannes Schlogel and I think that was Aidan Young. As everyone is going into the pit lane, there's something that we're missing because of the replays, but everyone is going now into the pit lane.
Yeah,
even everyone, only Alaric Van den Bos and Stefan Hoogman are staying out.
Yeah, and even
Benjamin...
Juancho with the hard tire. That as I said, it was more logical to put on the soft tire than if there is a safety car put the hard tire. But yeah, now he had to get rid of that hard tire, and I think he has put on the medium tires. Like Benjamin, like Liam, I think like everyone else that pitted on this lap.
Yep, so this means that Alaric Van den Bos will lead the race after this, after the safety car will come in. So this is pretty interesting because which means this will have to overtake these two drivers in order to get to the first place. Or not, it might be a very big headache for him because we know that Liam Kerr is a very aggressive driver. He's a very aggressive driver. He doesn't think twice before doing a move. If we give him the smallest of gaps, he is going to pick it. So let's see, we're going back to the first lap crash. Yep, again. Unfortunate. I think it's unfortunate for both drivers. I don't think that anyone is at fault really here. Alex, what's your take on this incident?
Yeah, I think he lost it. I don't know, maybe it was something experience related, as we said before. Or yeah, maybe maybe he even hit the apex and tried to turn in a little bit too hard on the steering wheel. And yeah, maybe. Oh, and now Alaric. Alaric is now on box. So yeah, that's not the greatest strategy. But still, Juancho has something in his mind, I think, because he pitted again, and I'm sure he's going to be now with the hard tire because that will make sense that he practiced a lot with that compound.
Yeah, but it's very interesting. Why would you go from hard to another set of hard? I understand that his strategy is to use the hard tire, but is it that good for him? Do you have an advantage on this track with the hard tire, Alex?
It's one of the hardest circuit for the left front tire because you have a lot of long right corners. So yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, it's tricky to do the whole race on mediums. I'm thinking right now. It's doable for sure, but yeah, you want to be a little slow on like this one, like Lowfield, which is a super long right corner, and you're putting a lot of stress on the left front tire. So yeah, maybe he's destroying the medium tires and want to go with the hard tire for the rest of the race.
Maybe we seen in real life there were some punctures in 2020 and also in 2021. maybe we're going to see something like that today. That would be very interesting for our race. But anyways, if we're looking now at the standing, Stefan Hochman is leading this race. He haven't come into the pit lane. Alaric van den Bos has thought about this twice, and he has decided that it's better to box. He wanted fresh tires and not track position. But Alex, if there's someone who has really profited from these incidents, is Dan Mihalakia. He started in last place and he's now up in 5th place
Yep.
after
And
the
also-
crash. And he had
No.
been through the pit lane.
Yeah, and also seeing the standings, also Paulo Lopez, which has the car destroyed after the Zone 1 incident, is still P6 right now. So yeah, it's that's great news because you have one fast repair in this championship, and yeah, you can recover from that. It's not that you throw all the work through the window after just 300 meters. So yeah, it's good news from him.
Yep, we can now see the strategy. Stefan Hochman hasn't been through the pit lane yet, but he needs to be. He has to go to the pit lane because otherwise he will be disqualified. So, safety car is in this lap. One more lap under the safety car, and then Stefan Hochman will dictate the pace, and we will get to that restart that we all wait for. We are now going on board with the leader of this race, Stefan Hochman, from Rodex Racing with this white and red livery, reminding me of that Marlboro livery that the McLaren MP44 used in Formula 1.
Yeah, but also the classic Penske from the Indy series. Yeah, it's I think we have strategy-wise a great race because Stefan didn't want to pit with those medium tires. Maybe he had to put on the hard tires, which are not popular with this car, and yeah, the soft tire will not make it to the end. Benjamin would want to overtake Stefan as early as possible, but yeah, as we said, the medium tire is not going to be easy to carry them with the checkered flag. So yeah, he has to be conscious about what he's doing with those tires. Liam as well. And yeah, I'm seeing the compounds right now. Yeah, and Juan Cho is an alternative strategy, but he has to overtake a lot of cars which don't have to pit. So yeah, Stefan is going to be super quick at the end of the race. So yeah, he has to make up those 20 seconds that he has to lose when he pits. But yeah, it's not that crazy.
Yeah, 20 seconds when you pit, but we could have seen there in the graphic, you go through the pit lane for about 30 seconds anyway. Stefan Hochman is dictating the pace, and I think he has just gone. I think he pressed the pedal, and this is it. This is the restart here at Silverstone. Stefan Hochman is in the lead of the race. Benjamin Ziss is behind him, and we can see that restart is not that great because Liam Kerr is all on over his back. Will he try anything in turn one? The building is not really in a great position. Liam Kerr goes down his side. They are going side by side, and he goes up in second place. They are still going side by side, but Benjamin just backs out. He knows this is a long race as Liam Kerr goes wide, and I think they touched. I think there was contact between them too.
Wow, elbows out from Australia. Wow, what a move on turn one. Yeah, I think Benjamin thought it a couple of times and didn't want to yield, but didn't want to be taken out as well. So yeah, P3, and now, as we said, it's not as easy as it seemed on qualifying. You had to battle that through the whole race.
Very close, and they touched. Just as I was talking about them, I wanted to talk Benefici's round. He touched which one so far? Benefici, I think he touched the wall there because they were going so close. He was bound to crash as Liam Kerr now is all over the back of Stefan Hochman. I think we should be keeping an eye on there. At the top of the race as Liam Kerr, we know how fast he is on this track, and we know how aggressive he is when he does these moves. Let's see now. Through Hanger Straight, he's a little bit far behind, but if there's someone who is closer, it's Benjamin Ziss, who is surely thinking about recovering that second place Liam Kerr. Look how fast he's on those new tires.
Yeah, remember, no DRS for 3 laps, so it's going to be like we started the race again. Ooh, he wanted to dive bomb again. Yeah, maybe the rear tires are a little...
That's a mistake. There's a mistake. And I think something happened to Liam Kerr. He loses another place. He goes on in 4th place. Troy Banks gets up, interplace, and now Paulo Lopez, he's hand off front wing and he crashed. There was another crash. Oh, this is huge. Lime car is up in the air. What's going on?
Once again, he's flying. Oh no, this is not what we want to see. Yeah, maybe he didn't lead the rear tires and he was too close to Stefan. And I think the dirty air affected him a lot. So it's still Stefan P1. Benjamin is behind him, too wide on left field.
So Enzo and Nathan Young, they were going side by side. As Benjamin Ziz gets the first place from Stefan Hochmann. So Stefan cannot defend with those old medium tires, and Benjamin just gets the place. But he's not done. There's another crash. There's another crash, Alex, and it's a huge one. There's Dan Mihalake going up, flying and rolling through the air. The Romanian driver is out of the race.
Wow,
he's trying to come back, but this is crazy.
Yeah, and I think that will be a penalty from our point of view for Juancho. I think he even break to let him pass, but yeah, the accident was too big.
Oh, this is absolute madness. Cars crashing and flying actually through every single corner. Alex, this reminds me of season 1 where you are like going through a labyrinth in order to avoid all the collisions.
Yeah, that was tire related, but this one I think every incident was driver related because you see Liam, he lost the back end, and then but he wasn't going flat out. That's crazy. So yeah, we can see. We're going to see from the back. Yeah, Paulo checks in, but this. Oh yeah, he couldn't do anything.
Yeah, this is unlucky for Alaric. Honestly, this is so unlucky.
Yeah, I don't know why Liam was going that slow, because that's flat out even on race and full tank. Yeah, maybe he has been experiencing maybe some hardware issues or something like that, because it was strange.
I think, Alex, something happened to this to his tires, because you could have seen him through club. He lost the back end, he lost 2 places. Then he lost the back end again through Abbey, and he just gone slow. I think because he had a problem with his tires. That's why he was going so slow. Paulo Lopez did not expect that, and he tagged him from behind, and then we seen the rest.
Yeah, nothing Paulo could do, because you can have a bit of oversteer at Abbey, but in farm, which is the left hand side after turn 1, sorry, that's easy flat out, even if you have the fire on the rear tires. So yeah, that was something I think Paulo didn't expect, and yeah, it was for me it's a clear race incident. Yeah, it was strange that in turn 2 he was still with the throttle lifted. So yeah, no further investigation with that incident.
I think that's the incident between Lam Kerr and Paulo Lopez, right?
Paulo Lopez 68 and Liam Kerr is 16, so yeah, I think it is.
Yep.
So Juancho and Aiden going now through Maggots and Beckett's. He's going to have the DRS. I think it's going to be easy pass on the right. Yeah, no DRS. I thought it was already open, but it wasn't. So yeah, go ahead.
Joan Sovale, with those hard tires, he's still recovering. Maybe towards the end of the race, he's going to have a huge advantage and he will recover even more places, Alex, because he has the tire advantage.
Yeah, he has overtaken Paulo and Troy, who have beat before. Stefan didn't go through boxes, so yeah, that would be a position for Juancho. But yeah, if Benjamin had Liam or any other driver to battle with, I think maybe the tires would have been a bit worn by the end. But yeah, driving him all alone, he can dictate his own pace. I think he won't be in trouble with Juancho at the end of the race. But yeah, maybe it's going to be a fight with Paulo, Juancho, and Troy Banks at the end of the race.
Paulo Lopez is still going fast. We can see him as there's a move. Stefan Hogman got really close. I think there was a mistake from Stefan, as Troy Banks is all over his gearbox. Troy Banks finished third place in last race at Fuji. Now he's in third place again, but he wins that second place, and he sees that big as ever. He was thinking about a move through here, but it is impossible to do. Let's see now, maybe through Vale, but no move through here either. But through Abbey, he has a chance, Abbey, and then to finish the move through Village. Alex.
Yeah, he can be patient and wait for the DRS after this couple of corners down the Wellington Straight. Yeah, it's a circuit that you can prepare your overtakes and choose the right overtaking spot. And also he has to keep in mind that Stefan didn't pit, so yeah, he will be with more worn tire, and yeah, he can wait a couple of laps if Paulo is not getting closer to them.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you need to think that Benjamin Zies is gaining. And Troy Banks is losing a lot of time behind Stefan Hoffman because he has that dirty area and he cannot do the laps as quick as he would like to. We're now going through Cops, the place where a lot of incident took place throughout the years, even in real life, and also here at Andy So Racing. I remember in season 1 there was a huge crash at Cops, was reminding me of that Verstappen and Hamilton incident. Anyways, we're now going to Hanger Straight. Troy Banks will have the DRS and he closes, but he doesn't close enough to do the move. Now through Vale, but it's another lap, and Troy Banks still isn't in second place.
Yeah, I think, well, at least I think that Troy is not thinking about Benjamin. I think he's off the pace compared to everyone else. He can dictate his own lap. He's now 7 seconds ahead of Stefan. So yeah, I think he can manage the gap. Yeah, Troy, I think he can how do you say, save battery and then just deploy it on one straight like this one. But yeah, Paulo is still not getting closer. It's 2.3 seconds between Troy and Paulo. So I think yeah, he can be patient. Yeah, you don't have to rush, even with the front left tire, which is critical to maintain it with life up until the last lap. Yeah, it's something that you can maybe sit back and see where he's making mistakes or just counting laps. Because yeah, with 25 laps, I think Stefan will be visiting boxes around lap 23, 25 maybe, to do just 20 laps at the end. So yeah, Troy can manage the gap with Paulo and don't lose the RS zone with Stefan.
Yeah, but you have to think about another driver. Joan Sovale is on the hard compound tires and he's gaining a lot of time. The gap between him and Troy now is about 6 seconds, and 2 laps to go it was about 8 seconds, so he's gaining a lot. Let's see. Troy Banks is now closer than ever, 4 tenths between those two, but he's still too far away to try anything into Village, so he needs to wait until at least Wellington Straight.
Now is where Troy can make the move, and yeah, Juancho is the only one in 28 apart from Benjamin. So yeah, that's something noticeable. I think he's going to be catching Paulo Lopez in the next maybe 3-4 laps. Yeah, nice point there with the hard tire for Juancho.
Maybe Juancho got it right with those hard tires, but if there's someone who I think got the strategy wrong, is Stefan Hohmann, because when he will go through the pit lane, he's going to go out back in 8th place, but he's going to have the freshest tires out of them all, and we can see that already Joan Sovale has the advantage with the hard tires. Maybe this is the right strategy.
Yeah, and Troy will be destroying his front tires, both of them, because this is left, right. and yeah, behind another car within 1 second, it's going to be destroying your tires. So if you are that close, you have to go for it. Open the RS. I don't think they are opening the RS. I don't know. Maybe race director didn't get the order to open them because we are not seeing the RS.
This is close, and this job done. Finally, Troy Banks gets up in second place. Sorry for interrupting there, Alex. But Troy Banks is finally in the second spot.
Yeah, he's done it right. He was patient enough with 3 laps, those 3 laps behind the car. And yeah, once you're behind a car and you notice that you have no front grip, yeah, you know it's time to send it and open a gap with Stefan, hopefully also with Paulo, and yeah, also with Juancho because he's still on 28. The only one, he's now faster than Benjamin. So yeah, it's I don't know. Maybe I'm opening up a secret of Juancho here. Sorry, but yeah, when Juancho prepares a race, he's super fast. I think he had the time 2 races on the second season. And we have a crash. I think it's Dan Mihalaje. Yeah, I think it's the replay. Third corner, he was on the apex, opening up, then braking again. Locked his front left tire, and then got into the grass and had a spin there.
Yeah, that's pretty lucky. That's pretty lucky for Mihalaje. We were talking at the start of the stream about him using that 44 number, which we know from Formula 1 is the blessed number. Well, this race was anything but blessed for him because it was just all sorts of luck for the driver from in Eastern Europe. Anyways, Joan Sovale is closing up now. He's less than a second to Paulo Lopez, and he's now only 4 seconds away from Troy Banks. So what I was saying, Troy Banks maybe is not thinking about Benjamin Ziz, but he should be surely thinking about Joan Sovale because the Colombian driver is as fast as possible.
Yeah, but it's something that you don't notice until he's right behind you. So yeah, maybe Troy is managing the gap with Stefan and Paulo, which are the 2 cars behind him, and maybe you are not worrying about the Juancho's lap time because you don't have that on your radar. If he's P5 and you're P2, maybe if Stefan pits and Juancho overtakes Paulo, maybe he will be noticing that Juancho is the fastest man on track right now.
Yeah, it's Joan Sovale now. He's getting very closer. He's getting very close to Paulo Lopez, and now through this straight line he might have a chance on the hanger straight. But he's using DRS. I'm not really sure if the DRS is on, but look how much he's gaining, and he goes on inside. This is job done. Joan Sovale up in 4th place. Will Paulo Lopez try to get his place back? No, he doesn't. He just sticks behind, and this is it. Joan Sovale, with those hard tires, he is still recovering positions.
Yeah, that's the best move that you can do. Is don't think about it and send it, and yeah, you won't be destroying the tires because if he was behind right now, he will be suffering out of understeer as we saw Paulo on board on the last corner of the lap. Yeah, he had a struggle with that last kink, which is not even a corner for a Formula 1 car. But yeah, he was struggling with the front grip, and now I think Juancho is going to be targeting Stefan, which has to beat again. But yeah, still he has to be looking at Troy Banks' lap times, which was the same as Juancho's on last lap. So yeah, I think maybe Troy has the stream on and knew that Juancho is coming. So yeah, maybe he gained a couple of tenths last lap.
Yeah, but Troy is actually not that fast. Troy Banks, his best lap is a 1:29.1. He is 1.5 seconds away from Benjamin's best lap, so he's actually not that fast.
Yeah, as I said, I think Troy is not thinking about Benjamin. He's super comfortable right now in P2. As we have seen that, yep, Stefan is going into the pit lane. Let's see where he is getting out.
Yep, finally.
Yeah, Juancho is going to pass him. Paulo's going to pass him. Aiden and Hans as well. And even Benny, I think. That's Aiden. That's Hans. And he's going out. Yeah, for sure. Benny is also going to pass him. So he will be in P8. And he has a lot to do. We are in lap 15. Yeah, so it's going to be 10 quick laps for him. Benny, Hans, and Aiden are doing 130s. So yeah, if Stefan is able to do maybe 128, 127, yeah, I think he can be ahead for those drivers ahead. So Juancho is still P3. He's doing a couple of tenths quicker than Troy. So I think he's gaining, and Paul is still behind him. So yeah, I think Juancho can forget about the drivers at the back of him and focus on Troy Banks ahead.
3 seconds now between Troy Banks and Joan Sovale. He can recover. This is now 9 laps to go with this one. So that's less than 3/10 lap. It's pretty doable, and look, he's 9/10 faster on a single lap. Joan Sovale might get up there in second place.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I think he's the fastest driver with clean air in front, because he's doing 28.8 compared to Benjamin's 128.4. So yeah, I think he trained a lot with those hard tires. And yeah, it's going to be critical at the end of the race, because Troy will have medium tires on the last lap. So yeah, the more laps we're getting in, I think the faster will be Juancho compared to the other drivers.
Yeah, but he's
Yep, I'm here at the moment. We have a little quick pause, I believe, at the moment there for Ed. And it's going to be Alex and myself. How's the race going so far? It's a little, at this moment, just a settle down stage. Lap 17 and 25, give or take, as it's a 50% race. And currently, in the moment, Benjamin just kind of running away with this one at the moment. But as you could see, yeah, Junko is gaining, isn't he? There, Alex.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just not looking at the stream, to be honest, and looking at the lap times, because it's super interesting to see him gaining to Troy. Troy has done a 129.7 and still Juancho at 28.9. So yeah, it's another 8, 9, 10. And I think he's going to be in the DRS zone in the next lap, hopefully.
I'd have to say so for sure. We'll have a look at Troy Banks there up the road. You can just see him now. And you know, as a driver, don't you, there, our championship leader from the first season there, Alex? How good does it feel when you start to see that car? It's in there, and you can start to see how they're taking those corners, how they're taking the chicanes, where are they braking, where are they accelerating, and then you can hunt your enemy down, per se.
Yeah, Juancho will be drooling right now.
Actually, we'll go back to Stefan. There's a bit of action happening here.
Yeah, DRS. Yeah, he's going to be super fast with those soft tires on the inside. And he can get a bit wider here and pick the acceleration point earlier and make the move through cops without hitting him, as we saw with Max and Luis in real life.
Yeah, remember Stefan just came out in some fresh softs, didn't he? After taking that very late pit stop. And now he's looking very punchy. No DRS enabled. This could be, well, not necessarily taking candy from a baby, but I don't know if you really want to do it through Beggar's Macca's and Chapel, that's for sure.
Yeah, now wait for the DRS and open up the letterbox, as Martin Brundle says. And yeah, it's going to be easy overtake for him. No point for Benny to fight that overtake, and just let Stefan go. And he has 5 seconds ahead, trying to get up into Hans.
And now back to that battle. Yep, back to that battle between Juanco and Troy. Welcome back, Ed.
Yeah, thank you, Bigos. Shots of Allen got very close, and this is Up for grabs, second place, less than a second. Will he try anything now through Wellington Straight? There's a lot of space on his side, and he takes that space. He goes on his side, and with those hard tires, Joan Sovale is up in second place, and now the hunt to Benjamin Zies is on.
Yeah, hot-blooded Latin driver. He's not thinking about it. He's ending it in the first opportunity. Yeah, as I was saying that Juancho will be smiling, getting like 8, 9, 10 a lap with the car in front. And on the other hand, Troy will be like horrified in his car, like, yeah, I'm a sitting duck. I cannot do anything. So yeah, let him go. Yeah, stick with that P3.
Go
Now
back.
managing the gap behind with Paulo, and that's it. Yeah, Wellington straight, DRS. Yeah, I think Troy didn't want to fight there. You can settle for P3, avoid an incident, maybe a broken wing or something like that. Paulo is not that far behind. So yeah, don't make any mistake, and that's it.
128.699 for Joan Sovale last lap. Benjamin Zies was on 128.4, so Benjamin Zies is still faster than Joan Sovale, and Paulo Lopez is still not faster than Troy Banks. So the top 4 looks pretty settled now, and the only battle on track is between Hannes Schlogel and Aidan Young. And if there's one driver that we should be keeping an eye on, is now Stefan Hoffman, 129.0. He's on a fresh set of softs.
Yeah,
So
he's
sure he's
catching-
going to recover some places.
He's catching this duo, like Aiden P5, yeah, the yellow car, and Hans Logel, the orange and black car, sorry. And yeah, I think it's going to be a three-way battle in these 5 laps that we got ahead.
Yeah, but Stefan Hoffman is 1 second faster than the drivers in front, so he might just recover this. We can see only in one sector, 0.5 of a second. This is amazing for Hoffman. He's going to recover for sure. He's going to win this battle. 5 laps now. We're now going through Chapel. Oh, sorry, that was Baggett's. Now we're going through Chapel, and it's going to be DRS for Hannes Schlogel, only 2/10. Surely he has this move in the bag. He moves on the left. He will have the outside through Stowe, but this is pretty much done. It is now done. And Hannes Schlogel up in 5th place.
Yeah, it's the best he can do. If he's watching the times Stefan Hoffman is doing behind, just put a car behind him and yourself. And yeah, maybe in 5 laps that we got ahead, Stefan will have maybe a little bit of trouble overtaking Aiden, and that will be critical for Hans to secure that P5.
Yeah, seeing how easily though Schlogel has got past Aiden, I don't think that Stefan Hoffman with those fresh soft tires will have any trouble getting past the American driver, but who knows, maybe he will put the Joker out of his car pockets. But anyways, no more battles on track right now. Aiden Young is still staying there in the DRS zone. He's not losing that much time to Hans.
Yeah, there's one more silent battle. Liam has done a 126.9, which is a hell of a lap time. And Benjamin is taking a pit stop? Or is he having... it was the lap time. It's that time that got an issue. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I was thinking maybe he's trying to build a 20-second gap and try the fast lap at the end. That's why I was thinking it was a silent battle. But yeah, Liam, after all those incidents he has pitted for the 3rd time. I mean, yeah, for the 3rd times. And yeah, done a 126.9. I don't know if Benjamin is aware of that, but for sure, knowing Benjamin, he will battle for that last 26 point. We all know him.
Yeah, but you have to keep in mind that Liam Kerr is on a fresh set of softs, and Benjamin Zies is on 22 old tires, 22 laps old tires. It's going to be very hard, if not impossible, for Benjamin Zies to improve. And honestly, there's no point for that because he has an 18 seconds gap to the first car behind him. It's a little bit too big.
Yeah, maybe if we can jump into his radio and just throw the challenge. Like, can you keep now and try to do the fast lap and also overtake Pancho? Yeah, maybe it's something that he could consider. not maybe on the third round of the calendar. But yeah, he's up for challenges. We saw that at the last rounds of the last season. But yeah, that would be nice if we saw something like that. We all know Benjamin. He will be fighting for that last point, even if he didn't need that point. And yeah, now he's going through Fawn, which is on 2. Village, yeah, heavy braking on the inside, let the car go. Now it's a super low grip zone. Try to pick up the accelerator as easy as possible. That's a super easy left kink. Down the one zone straight, stay right. Prepare for a super long corner, one to the left, one to the right. A lot of different paths that you can get through here. Just pick one and make it sure that you will pick the accelerator, the throttle super early. Down into cops, stay outside. Little lift with the off track on the outside. Easier said than done. Believe me, even in qualifying. 1, 2. Being flat out. Even the first deck of corner, I was tight and very. I want to see how many downshifts we get. Just a double downshift at Beckett. Now down the hanger straight. Slow corner. Super right. To the right. Attach on the brake. And now another heavy braking. The last tail again. Being super gentle with the throttle right here because the right. The rear tires are super lit and you can lose traction there. And that's a lap around Silverstone.
Up of 128.715, and even if it looked pretty fast from the inside, it wasn't that fast because it was still 1.2 seconds away from his best lap. Stefan Hochmann is now getting closer to Aiden Young, something that was coming because he has the soft, fresh tires. Now it happened. He's less than a second. He is in the DRS zone of Aiden Young, but it's not going to be an easy move to do because Aiden Young, I'm sure he wants that 6th place.
Yeah, even if he's on the soft tire, it's going to be hard for him because he's now 8-9 laps old, those tires, and yeah, they are pretty warm at the moment. But yeah, for sure it's better to be on the soft tire than I think it's 23 laps old medium tire. So yeah, I think Stefan still has to do the move, but it's going to be easy for him.
Lap to defend is can Aiden Young, the American driver, keep his 6th place over this German driver with those fresh soft tires. But look how fast he is going out through Laffield and now through Woodcote, flat out through here. Will he try anything in Copse? I don't think that's worth it because you can have a chance there through the Hanger Straight and through Stowe as Benjamin Zies now is starting his final lap of the race in Silverstone. Now Beckett's, Chapel, and we're going to end this section. He will get the best chance out of this corner because on the straight line through the Hanger Straight, Stefan Hochmann moved to the left and pretty much Aiden Young is a sitting duck on the straight line.
Ooh, he wants to fight back, but yeah, I think those tires will be a bit worn for him, and the soft tire will have the benefit of the throttle of the acceleration phase right now. So yeah, I think it's game over for Aiden. But yeah, he gained 3 positions during the race, so yeah, I think he can be exciting right now.
Yeah, but Benjamin is now getting close to end this race. An absolute stellar display from him. I'm sure that a lot of the people that are watching now this race are saying, oh my god, is this German driver again? He's winning it, it's getting boring. But this one is probably the best driver at the moment because he's winning this race by a margin of 19 seconds. Now he's numbering the corners.
Going fast. I think he's going to try a fast lap. I think he's going to do 27. So let's see.
Let's see now. Rounding up club. And the champion from Season 2 wins again here in Silverstone. Benjamin Zies, 127.68 is the fastest lap for him, but it's not enough for the fastest lap of the race. The German driver wins another one, and he makes the gap between him and the second driver in the standings even bigger. Benjamin Zies, winner of today.
He's not stopping. He's not going slow. Somebody tell him that the race is over, please. Yeah, Juancho
Yeah,
Valley
so
finished P2. Troy Banks now crosses the line P3. Paulo Lopez P4. And Hans Logel, yeah, he was close P5 behind. And Stefan couldn't get to Hans, but yeah, he get to Aiden, who finishes P7, and Benny Fitch finishes the race right now with a P8 position.
So Enzo Gilardini has told us in the chat that the tires were super hot for the first turn. So this is why he has spinned. As we're now seeing Benjamin Z is doing the donut. Obviously he enjoys this one because it was probably one of, if not his best race at Anti-Stall Racing Formula 1 series. And even for us, it was a very fun race to commentate.
Yeah, this will be. I think we take it serious when you said last time at Fuji that he made a couple of mistakes, which is normal, and we saw that on his performance. But yeah, he did a flawless qualifying, a flawless race as well. And yeah, he didn't. He had to battle for it because he had yeah, I think he was Stefan, right? The car who was in front after the safety car.
Yes.
And also Liam overtook him. So yeah, he had to fight for him, stay on track, for sure, be quick. But yeah, I think he's now wants to destroy the rear tires, which are the ones that are not getting destroyed on the circuit. But yeah.
Yeah, but then you get the question: what would have happened if Lamker wasn't doing the mistake and was still in the race? Because Lamker was super fast, 126.9. Anyways, we're seeing the results in front of our eyes. Benjamin Zies, winner again here at Anti-Star Racing Formula 1 Series. Joan Sovale in second place and Troy Banks in third place. Over 25 seconds the gap between first and third. Paulo Lopez finishes fourth, even though he did not have a front wing after the first corner. Hannes Schlogel finishes in fifth place. Stefan Hochmann, with a different strategy, gets the sixth place with Aiden Young in seventh place. Benny Fij, eighth, with Alain Van Emos in ninth place. And the last car that takes a point, and he actually takes 2 points because he has the fastest lap as well, is Lam Kerr. Dan Mihalakia, the newcomer, will finish 11th, and the DNF of today is Enzo Gilardini. You can see a driver in 13th place, but this is George Hill, our safety car driver. He has done some laps today. He has done some laps because we've had a safety car out.
He avoided every incident. So yeah, I think also GG's for George.
Yep, we are now waiting our drivers, Benjamin Zies, Joan Solvale, and Troy Banks in the commentator's box in order to get their interview.
I'm watching while they are coming. I'm watching even the last lap. Juancho did a 128.1, which is massive with the hard tire, and yeah, all the recovery, the comeback that he did.
Yep, it was a very interesting, and Joan Solvale has 13th place. There are a lot of issues into this race, a lot of incidents at the start. So this was one of those strange races where a lot of crashes happen, and this is what's happening a lot of times here at Silverstone. It's unusual, but you can see it just happens. Anyways, another win for Benjamin Zies. It's another one to put there on the tally, and it's very important. Alex, from your driver's perspective, from a world champion perspective, what would you make out of this race?
Well, I think it was satisfying to see who it was. I think it was Enzo Gilardini P3, a driver which I think we only saw on Fuji. Yeah, making a great lap and battling with Liam and Benjamin. Also, yeah, Juancho with the alternative strategy, I think he did an amazing job. He was a P8 at the start and finished P2 with with a couple of seconds to Troy. And yeah, I think it was quite strange that we saw these many incidents. For example, if we went to Montreal, the first race of this season, yeah, I think it was common to see incidents there because the walls are pretty close. And Fuji, the last one, is a circuit that came into iRacing like 2 weeks ago, and people only had one week to prepare that track. With you have to learn every apex, every off track, every slowdown zone. You have to get used to everything. But yeah, it was strange to see these many incidents at Silverstone that everybody knows by heart. Maybe it's like a free track for them, so you don't see any walls, a lot of runaway zones, and yeah, maybe they were pushing a little bit too much. They had maybe more confidence with the circuit that the two before. And yeah, it's still the second. Yeah, we were talking about the problems or the mistakes that Benjamin did in the first two races. But yeah, also Liam did a couple of I think there were big mistakes down at Fuji. Of course, the pit incident was critical for him, and from that on, yeah, he wasn't driving concentrated anymore. But yeah, here as well, when he overtook Benjamin, which was the hard part, I think, then he lost it on traction on the last corner, and then had the incident with Paulo Lopez. It was. No, because he finished before. Yeah, it was with Paulo Lopez.
It was Paulo Lopez.
Yeah, that's something that Liam has to keep in mind, and if he wants to battle with Benjamin up until the end of the season, yeah, he has to be pretty aware of those mistakes.
Yeah, you are talking about Liam Kerr if he wants to battle for the championship. But at this moment, I don't think that a battle for the championship is between Ziz and Kerr, and it's more between Ziz and Ovalle, because the gap between the German driver and the Colombian was 6 points. After this race is going to be 13 points, so it's not that big. After 3 races, 13 points is completely recoverable. But Liam Kerr, we can see that on track is Benjamin's biggest opponent, because Liam Kerr is probably the best driver to watch and to commentate, because he does all these moves without thinking twice at them. If he sees a space, he goes for it. And it's so fun to watch him go. It's sad that all these incidents are ruining his races, because the battle between him and Benjamin for the championship, it would seem a lot like the battle between Hamilton and Verstappen for the championship in real life. And this is what we love to see here at 24 Racing. And obviously, as racing fans, here, this is what we love to see.
Yep. Sorry to interrupt. The other 3 drivers are ready for interview. I don't know if you guys can drag them to the commentators box.
Yeah, I'm here. I don't even see them at all anywhere, my friend. So, yeah, if you can do that, I can't do that. Unless we just go there, but I don't even know where the room is. Whoa, I'm just looking at the accident right now, Paulo. Hitting the... just drag me in. Drag me.
I cannot drag you.
Yeah, I can't drag them either.
I don't know. Can we sort it out, guys, please? Hello. George, someone of the administration teams at B. Let's get this sorted. Here we go. I think we're getting some people in here at the moment. Go ahead, guys. Yeah.
Troy Banks, 3rd place finish here at Silverstone. Congratulations for your podium. My question for you is, how do you feel after this race? Because it was a pretty tense one for you.
Oh man, I feel good about this race, man. I'm in awe. I don't even know how I got 3rd, to be honest with you. You know, 2nd week in a row I'm on the podium. Feels good.
You've had some interesting battle there with João Vale, because he was gaining, and it looked like you did not put at all a defense. Was it really that you did not want to battle with him and you just wanted a podium, or you just wasn't thinking that he's going to go down the inside there?
Oh yeah, I did not expect him to go on the inside there. Like he completely surprised me. And plus, like he had the pace. I think he was on a hard tire. My tire was starting to fall off. I couldn't have fought him anyway at that point.
Yep, I see. And then you've also had some interesting battle with Stefan Hochmann. So I'm just wondering, how do you feel after this? And also at the start, I'm just seeing some replays. You've had to avoid the crashes. It was an incident-packed race. So what would you make out of this in the incident perspective?
Well, I seen the first car start to slide, so I slowed down, and then the second car I had to dodge it, and I was like, "Oh man, I don't want to get caught up in this." So I just kind of made my way through. Luckily, I got through it. Then the safety car come out. I pitted for the medium tires, and I just try to run a clean, steady race.
Yep. Congratulations, Troy, and I will leave now to Alex and Bigos if they want to take any more questions.
All right, thank you.
You're okay.
Yeah, Troy,
Yep.
congrats on that double podium for the second time in a row. How were the medium tires at the end of the race?
The fronts was really falling off, really bad towards the end. Um, I really had to slow it down a lot in the slow corners, and that's how Volley caught me because he was on a hard tire. His tires held up a little bit better. Good strategy for him. I mean, that was a smart move.
Yeah, we were commentating that since qualifying because when I saw it, I said it live that when Juancho prepares a race, prepares it well. So congratulations, and we're heading to Juancho. Yeah, about that strategy. What can you tell us?
Hello. First of all, congratulations again, Benjamin, for his win, and Troy again on the podium. Well, yes, during the weekend, I practiced some stints with the mediums and the hard tires, and the first 5 laps or so, the mediums were a little bit quicker, but then the gap was closed, and I thought maybe I will play my dice and I will try something different, very different from the rest of the people. And unfortunately, the safety car at the start, well, that killed my strategy because I wanted to go very long with the hard tires till lap 18 or 20, something like that, and then full throttle with the soft. But I tried to keep my strategy by entering 2 times at the pit lane. First for changing to the mediums to keep the rules, and then I changed it again to the hard tires. And that's it. I felt very comfortable with the hard tires in this track in particular, and because it eats the front tire, the left, especially the front tire. But I was pretty consistent, and but Benjamin was very far from me, and also his pace was faster than my pace. But only I had quite a few battles, nice battles, and I'm pretty happy for my race. Yeah.
I'm looking at an accident right now here.
Yeah.
On the replay here. I think there was a bit of a tap. Let's go back to that. Let's have a look. It was. Here it is. So this is slow-mo. Who was that? I think that was
Dan Mihalak.
Dan. Yes. What happened here?
Yeah. I think Dan didn't notice I didn't want to make the overtake. I just wanted to make him make a mistake to take a low line during the Maggots and Beget. But I think he didn't listen to the spotter. I was there, and he turned and he didn't see me. So that's why we had that contact, and that's why I think the stewards saw that, and that's why they punished him with a penalty. Yeah. A shame for him, but you always have to be very aware what the spotter is telling you, because you don't see it, but you are here, you are there, so it's a shame. Yeah.
Yeah, did you get any damage from that incident?
No. Fortunately, I didn't get any damage. No.
Yeah,
And
because
I could also avoid another contact with him, because after he went to the wall, then he came back to the track, but I braked and lift the throttle, and I could manage to avoid any contact there. Yeah.
Yep, it was a pretty good race from your side. That hit recovery from P8. Maybe you showed your cars a little bit too early during qualifying. Didn't you think about qualifying with the soft and then?
No. I wanted to try something different
Okay.
completely. Yeah. At the start of the grid, I saw that all the drivers in front of me, they were using soft tires. I said, okay, I will stay behind and I'll take my chances after 5 or 6 laps when the soft tires were going down, so I couldn't push. But fortunately, the safety car at the start of the race, well, killed that strategy. Anyways, it was a very, very fun race, and I'm happy.
We're looking at all your overtakes as well too. I just saw that you overtaked Aiden and you overtake Paulo Lopez right now. We see it on screen. That's taking candy from a baby, isn't it? There for the Colombian driver.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, but apologies about that tragedy that I heard that happened in a stadium yesterday or today. But anyway, yes, vamos, my friend. I'm probably the closest person on the planet to you, geography-wise, because I'm just up north from you in Panama.
Well, in fact, I'm living in Spain from.
Oh, you're in
20 years
Spain
ago.
now, so you're closer to there, so you can go hang out with Alex.
yeah, that's right.
All right, thank you, mate.
Yeah, Joan, so I have one last question for you, and then we'll go to the winner, Benjamin. Now, and the question is related to the championship. The gap between you and Ziz is only 13 points. Are you thinking about the championship? Are you having the title in your mind whenever you are starting a race here at ASR?
Unfortunately, I will miss several races because of vacation. So maybe he misses the same races as I will miss. Maybe I can think of the championship, but right now I don't think it's possible.
Okay, I see. Thank you so much, Ronso, and congratulations one more time for your second place. And now we will go for our champion from season 2 and winner from today, Benjamin Ziz. Congratulations for your race win. Talk us through your race.
Thank you. Yeah, my race was pretty straightforward. Qualifying was good. Start was good. Safety car, and then Liam got past me, but then he spun, and then I won the race. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, you mentioned one name that I was going to mention anyways in the next question is Lam Kerr, and you guys got close one to each other once again. It's Sarah his fun because a battle between you and him, it would be very fun. I remember that last week you said that he was very aggressive going down your inside. I'm wondering, was this week the same? Were you feeling the same about Liam's overtake?
Yeah, today I also kind of felt like he was a bit aggressive. After the safety car, I had really cold tires, so I couldn't defend or anything like that. I just let him pass and hope that he's going to have problems with cold tires, which he did. He spun because of cold tires, I assume, and that's why I led the race then again.
Yep. Now you have a 13 points gap to Joanso at the top of the standings. Are you feeling already like a champion? Because as Joanso said, he is going to miss some races this season.
No, I mean it's the third race. You cannot just call me champion already. That's a bit far fetched.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we'll see how it
congratulations.
goes.
Congratulations once again, Benjamin. And now I'm going to let my mates, Alex and Biggles, take you even more questions.
Did you say maids or mates?
Yeah.
Maids. I'm your maid. Really?
Mates.
Already?
Yeah.
Do you want me to
Colleagues.
dress up in a little maid's outfit and dust down your? Yeah. By the way, you have another Romanian on the grid now, so you're not a solo Romanian anymore, my friend.
Finally. Well, if I'm not having any Romanian colleagues, then you are my mates.
No, yeah, Benjamin just outclassed again, mate. Just an absolute outclass. I'm sure Alex, that's obviously sitting in the commentary box, is going, okay, I want to bring it to you, my friend. If I could bring it to you, I would. But unfortunately, Alex, as we know, he's got other priorities at the moment taken care of. But yeah, Benny, mate,
Yeah,
who can bring it to you, mate? Go ahead.
Now I'm afraid to battle with Benjamin again. He's on form right now. So yeah, hopefully I can get to drive again someday because I'm not seeing it in the near future. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, nothing to commentate, Ben, about that race. It was just perfect since qualifying to race. Yeah, next week Red Bull Ring. So how do you feel about it?
Red Bull Ring, it's a nice track. Don't have any problems with it. Going for the win again. Yeah.
Okay, so
It's
so the
just win,
challenge-
win, win, isn't it? For Benjamin is like trophy, trophy, trophy. You need another house. I know, Alex. What do you think Alex is doing renovations right now at his house? Because he's run out of room to store his trophies. You're going to add that same situation. You're going to have to take next season off, Ben, just to renovate
gonna
your
have to
house to
renovate
put
as well.
trophies as well. Exactly. Good job. It hasn't really been a while. It has a little bit of a while since we had a German national anthem on the podium. So we're gonna hear it again.
Yeah, last one I think it must have been Sebastian.
Sebastian,
Vettel, right?
yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be didn't it used to be the classic German and Italian national anthems back it was, and then it became German and Austrian. Anyway, it's still German at the moment. Good job, Benjamin.
Thank you.
I think we'll wrap it all up, guys. So what's next? What's happening on the week of anti-store racing? That's you, Ed.
Yep. So next week we are going to race at Red Bull Ring in Austria. So yep, this has been it for our race here at Silverstone. Thanks so much for everyone who has turned up today to watch this amazing event here at Silverstone. Thank you, Alex, for being with me, always commentating. Thank you, Biggles, for doing all your magic behind the buttons. And also congratulations, Benjamin, Joanso, and Troy for podium. As I said, next week we're going to be at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. And up until then, take care, guys, and see you next time.